Hello everyone, Carla here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing my very first cash stuffing video for the month of June, and this is going to be our first paycheck. We do get paid bi-weekly in our household, so that's what we're going to be working on today. I don't have the full amount of our income this 2 weeks over here since I already paid for our bills electronically, but I think next month I'll have those taken out in cash as well, so I can give everyone a better idea of how our bills are and how we manage that with our sinking funds, our debt, and our emergency fund. But I'm actually gonna start off with this wallet right here, which has my usual spending, my allowance, my baby's allowance, and our food allowance. But I just have everything breaking down here, and also my sinking funds and other things. You guys already know how I do things, so I don't know if I should, explain that any further. So here is my wallet. I got this wallet from an arcade place that my husband and I went to during our anniversary, and he just bought me this with his points that he got. But I just keep all of my major sinking funds in there, and a lot of you guys are still wondering where I get these laminated cash envelopes, and I make them, but I don't sell them. I do know Alexandria Budgets has a great tutorial on how to make these. They're very simple and easy. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my allowance, which I give myself $50 every 2 weeks. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that 50. And as always, I'm always going to complain about how I'm not used to the bi-weekly budget. I'm always so used to the weekly budget that we've always had. So I'm actually going to set this $10 aside, and I'll show you what I do with that later on. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 86, 87, and $88 as far as my budget for 2 weeks. And usually I just spend money on random things, food, and sometimes if I buy too much of my own personal stuff when we do grocery shopping, I use my money to include that, so our food money doesn't take a hit. And that's the same with Mia. So she gets $50 as well for her usual 2 weeks, and I buy her food. Since she's been eating a lot more lately, we've been buying her a lot of fun snacks, still of course safe for babies, but it's been a lot more fun feeding her lately because she's been having so much fun with food. But of course, the diaper part is not the fun part. So here we have 20, 40, 60, 80, and $90. I will set this $10 aside, so now she has 80 in here. And then for miscellaneous, I used to put $100 here every month, but since we had to cut some budget, I'm only putting $20 here every time I stuff it. That's roughly $40 a month. So I'm just gonna take out that 20, and honestly this just goes to household stuff when it comes to our groceries, because we needed some hair products, and those are pretty important, I believe, and also some medicine, what do you call these, just some pain relievers for headaches. You guys know the drill. But on my food, as you guys can see, it's empty, so I'm gonna fill this back up and put 240 in here. So you have 240, and I budget about 120 every week. That also includes eating out money, since we had to cut a little bit of our budget for right now. So we have 150, 220, and $40. Hopefully this one will last us a while, because I've been using my money there for the last couple of days whenever we do decide to get something to eat. So this just kind of goes back into my wallet, and it's just so satisfying because it's been out of money for a while, especially the food. So that's what I bring with me every day. And then as far as sinking funds go, I have this purple binder. I always link where I get these binders, almost everything that I use for my budget, in the description down below with my Amazon storefront. So if you're interested, just use those links just to help me out a little bit. Alright, so for Miha, this is her savings account that I've been saving up for whenever she's like older and then she wants to move out and she needs that money to kind of help her start out. So I've been saving up for it a little bit here and there, and I don't necessarily budget for this. I just pull money from both of our allowances and put money in here and just let it grow a little bit at a time, because we don't really have the money to budget in here for right now. Once we do, I will definitely try to put a little bit in here, as well as when we get our taxes, I'll put money here in like a bigger amount. And of course, if she gets money on her birthday, I will put that in here because that belongs to her. So I'm gonna put those 2 tens that I put aside in here. So now Mia has 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, $80. So she's close to 600 on her savings. And it's gonna be her birthday here in a little bit. I'm not sure if people are gonna give her money or toys or clothes, but of course anything that is given to us is very much appreciated. And for medical, this also took a hit twice, since I had my eyeglass appointment last 2 weeks ago, I believe, and then my husband had his as well, so we had to pay for glasses, and we didn't have to pay anything else after that. Actually, my insurance covered $175 worth of my glasses, and so the only thing that wasn't covered was the blue light filter on my glasses, so that wasn't too bad. So this, and also I had to take Mia to the doctor, so we had to pay a copay. That's why this one took a hit. So now it only has $55. It had like 200 and something, I believe. So we're just gonna keep putting money in here and hopefully it'll grow again, because I don't expect us to get glasses again. So I am gonna put 25 in here for our medical fund. So now it has 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, and $80 for medical, and then we're gonna just beef it back up again. And that was the main purpose of why I was going so hard on the medical anyways, because I knew we were gonna spend money on the glasses. And then gifts will get another 25 here. And my nephew's birthday is coming up, so I will be buying him something. I'm not sure yet. I want to buy him something that he needs, so I will ask my sister what I can get for him, because he's only like 2 years old, so he doesn't know what he wants. So I'd rather give him something that he needs. So for gifts, we have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 5, and 210. So this doesn't have a cap, because you'll never run out of people in your life that you want to give something to, so that just continues on, and we can give what we have. That's why we're saving for it. And for Christmas, this one does have a cap. It has a $700 cap until this year's Christmas, and then it starts over again next year. So we're gonna add $25 here as well. Alright, so we'll just count. We have 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, and 65. We're more than halfway there, so I feel pretty good about this Christmas fund. And then family time has not been touched, so we just keep putting money in here until we do need it. So I'll just put 25 in here. Okay, so we have 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75 in our family time envelope. And then for car maintenance, this also gets 25. Right? Out of 20s. I'm almost out of 5s. Alright, so here we go. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 105. So I'm actually gonna exchange some of these money because I know I'm gonna run out of 20s and I need that 20s later on. So I'm just gonna put the 50 in here. So let's recount. So we have 50, 70, 90, 95, 100, and 105 on the car maintenance. I do want to have at least 1,000 in here for me to stop stuffing this. And then our next one is my down payment, and as you guys know, we are moving, so I actually took out the deposit here already. So this one will be a retired envelope now, so this one won't get stuffed anymore, and it also simplifies our sinking fund some more. So I'm actually gonna take out whatever is left in here and put that into the car maintenance. Okay, so we'll have some backup money in here. So I want to show you guys, I have 20, 30, 40, $50 in here. So let me put that here just so we'll have more money in the car maintenance, since this one seems to be like a reoccurring thing. So we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 55. We have 155 on our car maintenance, and we also got rid of one more sinking funds, and I was gonna add one more. I was gonna add clothing as a sinking fund, but I realized that's not really a priority right now. Like, we're good on clothes. Mia is always growing, but I mean, I could just use her fund for clothes, and we just don't need to be segregating that money too much. So our sinking funds is good to go. Now we're gonna go to our bills and our other envelope in my pink binder. So rent will get 100 because we do live with my in-laws right now. I'm sorry for the light changes, guys. The sun does not know what it wants to do right now, so we're just gonna roll with it. So we'll put 100 in here, and we will still pay them for rent this month since we are actually approved to move around the 25th of this month. So we will still be paying that. And also my husband's phone, which gets $80 every month, so I just have that. For right now it's gonna be 40. And the rest is actually going to debt. So I usually separate my debt and my emergency fund of whatever's left over. But for this time around, I'm not, and I'm also not gonna put money in my $100 savings challenge. That's just been kind of in the back burner right now since we have other priorities that we need to hit. And I have no problem with that. So I have all of these smaller bills that's gonna go to our debt because I'm really trying to get rid of this Robin's credit card, and I'm really tempted to just pay it off with my savings. And if that ever happens, then this just kind of goes off on the other credit cards. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 on our debt envelope here. So we owe like 259 over there, so we can just use this to pay that off here in a little bit. So I'm just gonna set this aside because I really want to get rid of as much debt as I can before we do move out, because it's gonna be harder to pay off debt once we do. So that just stays in there, and that pretty much concludes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and also for, you know, supporting me here on my shop, because that helps out with my budget right now. It's been really helping us out, so thank you so much for anyone who's just supporting me either way. I hope you guys are having a great week so far, and you have a great weekend. I will see you on my next video. Bye.